What's up, everybody? Riley here from Hudson Motors, back again with another classic truck walk around, this time with our 1984 Nissan 720 King Cab 4-wheel drive little mini truck. This truck is so rad, and we're giving it away to one of you just by shopping on our website, hudsonmotors.com. For those of you who are new here and are just stumbling across our page, here at Hudson Motors, we buy and restore and give away classic trucks just like this one right here to normal people just like you just by shopping on our website, hudsonmotors.com. We just gave away a 1983 Ford F-250 Super Cab diesel swap, really cool, to a guy named Dan up in West Jordan, Utah. He came down to get his truck and he's super pumped about it, so we're super excited about that. So congratulations again to Dan. I just wanted to plug that in so you guys can see that we do give these away to real people, real life people, just like Dan, so it's really cool. So this is our next giveaway truck. If you're watching this video before June 2nd at midnight, 2024, this giveaway is live and you can win this truck. If you're watching it after June 2nd, my apologies that this giveaway is over, but we're probably giving away something else equally as cool, so make sure you check out our channel or go to hudsonmotors.com to see what else we're giving away. So let's jump into this giveaway and show you guys what's going on. So in the 1970s and 80s, as the United States had entered into a gasoline and oil crisis, full-size pickups weren't as popular, and small compact trucks like this gained massive popularity for their reliability, their usability, and their fuel economy. So this is one of those trucks. This is probably Toyota's biggest competitor to their pickup line, their Hilux line, is this truck, the Nissan King Cab, this Nissan 720, the King Cab. So these trucks are very cool. They are very unique. Nissan did a lot of things to make these trucks more luxurious and to try to appeal to people from that standpoint, to give them some extra options and stuff like that on these trucks. So they're really pretty stinking cool. They got a lot of character to them. I love doing Toyota pickups. I love all the small trucks. I owned a Chevy Love. I've owned Ford Rangers. I daily a Chevy Colorado and a Toyota Tacoma, a first-gen Tacoma single cab. So I do love these small trucks. They really have a soft spot in my heart. So, and this truck is no exception. It's really cool, and we really like it. And we've done a lot of work to it. But let's go around and show you all the goodness that we have done. Now, this is part of our blank canvas giveaway format, so we'll find a truck like this, an original truck that's mainly original, very few modifications done to it, just brought it back to its original luster and its original goodness, and then we give you $10,000 on top to where if you want to do modifications, we'll do them for you, or you can take home 10 grand in cash. So that's the way this one is going. So we tried to keep this truck very OEM plus, and just kind of upgrade it, but still make it look like a factory truck. So up here in the front, one of the cool, goofy, unique things they opted for in this truck was they opted for 4x6 headlights rather than a 7-inch round or a 5x7 rectangular headlight. They opted for the 4x6 headlights, like what you would see in like square body Chevys, for example, as they got into their quad headlight design. So we went with some LED headlights just to make this truck more drivable at nighttime and make it just a little more easy to use and daily drive this thing. These headlights are very, very, very bright. They work really, really, really good. So they're really cool. But up front here, we have this real classic Japanese truck design that they did. You saw this on a lot of Toyota pickups, as well as they had kind of a bumper and a front splitter below. The front splitter would be body color and then your chrome bumper. So no exception here. Really great condition, all chrome bumper. Some of these bumpers you'll see with plastic end caps. This is an all chrome bumper, which is really nice. This is a very, very nice truck, very original paint. I'd say probably 90% original paint. We had to do a little couple touch-ups here and there, but for the most part, the truck is original paint and looks really, really, really good. It's got this really nice light baby blue, silver metallic blue paint job on it, but this is the factory color and it is in phenomenal shape. There's a couple of little things here and there. Like you see probably a little nick down here on the front apron, and as we come down the side, my favorite thing about this original paint is that it has this spot where the clear coat has rubbed through. And we got the truck, we're like, why is there just this spot where there's no clear coat? Well, how you open these doors is you put your hand there and you put your thumb on that to open the door. So we love that. We think it's really fun and really goofy. But along with that original paint, this thing is all decked out with all the trim down the side, all the moldings down the side. It's almost all there. We're missing one piece of molding. We're still looking for it. So I'll show you that when we get to the passenger side. But we've got the factory tow mirrors on here, but we put new mirror heads on them. All of our trim is either chrome or has been repowder coated or repainted satin black. Like down in the wheel department, we have these satin black American Racing Baja wheels, 15-inch wheels wrapped around 31-inch Milestar XT tires. It's a great tire and wheel package. It looks great on the truck. It fits perfectly good. It rides really, really, really good on these tires too. It sounds great. So it's a great package, fills the tire and wheel combo really well. One thing we did on this truck that was a ton of work is we went through and redid all the steering and the suspension. So this truck is an independent front suspension truck. It has torsion beam front suspension. And it's a little bit complicated underneath there and kind of a lot of work, but we redid all that steering and suspension underneath it, all new bushings. And so this thing is tight. It steers wonderfully. As we do our test drive later, you'll see it is a wonderful steering, great daily drivable truck. Again, as we make our way down the side, you see these really cool 4x4 decals. We have these decals custom made from a company called Recal Decals. This is like the factory 4x4 package that you see in the Datsun and Nissan 720s, but we had them custom made with our own custom colorway, so like a medium blue, navy blue, and a black. They look really cool. They look factory. We had to do some custom cutting, and it was really fun to kind of get them to contour nicely over the fender wells and stuff. But we love the decal package. We think it ties together the truck really well. And we love that 4x4. Four-wheel drive does work perfectly on this truck. To get up here to where we're filming, we had to put it in low range, lock the hubs, and get up here, and it did great. The truck is absolutely rad. As we make our way down the side here, you see cool little dual exit exhaust. It's just a tip that the previous owner had put on. It's also got a cherry bomb muffler on there. We're going to change that. Just the muffler hasn't showed up for MagnaFlow yet, but you know, it sounds like an airplane right now. It's pretty ricer, to say the least, at the moment. But one thing I love about old Japanese trucks is I love the exterior bed hooks. So we went through, restored these, polished up the chrome, but put new hardware in them and everything, and we love these. And so with these, we decided to put in some fresh bed liners. So this is from SEM, is who we use all of our interior paints and satin black paint. They make this phenomenal bed liner kit. I'm not sponsored by SEM. I wish I was. It would save me a ton of money, but I just have to shout them out because this is the nicest bed liner I've ever used. It is so smooth and so great. So really great bed liner. But we did it all the way up over the edge because, again, people are probably going to put ratchet straps or bungee cords there, and it would, if this was paint here, it would chew that up real good. But again, fresh bed liner in the bed. This is a 5-foot bed with the extended cab. The proportions are really great. So we continued with our decals in the back with our Nissan decal, just in big black decal letters. And then we did this rear bumper. So we did a Toyota pickup right around a year ago now. And we left the rear roll pan as it, no bumper. And people were like, nah, it needs a bumper. So we said, we'll always give you guys a bumper rather than just doing a roll pan. But all the bumpers available for this truck are awful. So this is actually a Ford Ranger rear bumper, and then we custom made it to fit, but it fits so well. So Ford Ranger rear bumper, which I'm really happy about. It fits the truck, it matches the motif of the truck, and so we're really stoked about that. As far as the exterior goes, that's pretty much it. On this passenger side, you've got the little fuel door in there. Again, our vinyl goes into the fuel door and it separates there, so did our best job there. But like I said before, we've got our one piece of missing side molding. So if anybody out there watching this video has a piece of side molding, please let me know so that I can replace this piece. Let's hop on the inside because we did an absolute ton of work on the inside of this truck, and I just want to show you how great it looks. All right, so inside the truck here, it is so nice and so comfortable, and I'm so happy with how this interior came out. So navy blue interior, faux wood grain, black trim, and it's really nice. So a lot of people don't like blue interiors. I feel like a lot of times the blue interiors of the 80s were way too bright. A navy blue interior like this is very nice. It's very nice to be in. It's colorful enough to make you like happy, to bring you some joy, but it's not so bright. It's very nice. It's very comfortable. Let's talk about it. There's some cool features that are only available from the Nissan, starting right here with the steering wheel. So we restored this steering wheel. I'm actually very proud of it. When we got it, the steering wheel was faded. The color was absolutely gone, and it was so loose. Like you couldn't grab the wheel because it would just like spin inside. So we actually restored the steering wheel, brought it all the way back to life, and it looks really nice now, so I'm pumped about it. Injected it with a bunch of silicone on the inside, let it dry up real good, repainted the wheel, and it came out killer. We actually pulled off every piece of plastic from inside this truck and repainted it. So we use SEM's Color Coat paint. It's an interior paint. It's a flexible paint, but this is their shadow blue paint. It's incredible. So we pulled this whole thing out. 2 little cracks in the dash. We fixed those. Repainted the whole dash. All of the center console pieces, all the door card pieces, everything that was hard plastic in here, we ended up repainting, and I'm really stoked on how it came out. Some other cool things about it in here, it's got this kind of goofy, high-mounted rear view mirror. It's got air conditioning, 4 vents, 2 up high, 2 down low. Unfortunately, Nissan did not get the message on doing the ball cooler down between your legs. That's the one thing this truck really is missing. However, the AC blows super cold. It's really cool because this AC blower motor switch is both the button for the AC and the blower motor. When you push in, the AC's off. When you pull out, the AC's on. So it's kind of cool and goofy. You get your oil pressure and your battery voltage, just like on the SR5 Toyota pickup trucks, how you had that lower gauge pod down there. In the cluster here, really cool cluster design. You got your speedo smack in the middle, your coolant, your fuel, but then you have your little tachometer over on the right. One of the only features this truck was missing was some of the really high-end models had a little clock in this bottom left, and there's a couple for sale on eBay, but they're like $400, and it's not worth it to me to have that kind of clock. But it's cool. It's very Toyota reminiscent. You got your little dimmer switch over here. You got your parking brake on the right side, and then you got your ignition, rather than being on the side here, it's kind of like a go straight in, and it's not on the dash, it's on the column. It's kind of goofy, but really cool, but still very reminiscent of other Japanese trucks. The seating position's great, and it's really clean in here. We did fresh carpet with sound deadening underneath from Resonic Sound Deadening. It's the best sound deadening in the world, so if you're going to do sound deadening on your truck, get Resonic stuff, because it's like literally twice as good as Dynamat and everybody else. We did a DIN repair kit from Retro Sound, so you would never know that somebody hacked up this dash before, because their DIN repair kit is really good. So we just went with something that looked like factory Nissan knobs and just a nice black radio. And again, like always, we do that in all our trucks, and it works out great. Kind of cool back here with the shifter situation. Shifter's kind of in a nice spot up here. You know, it feels real sporty when you drive the truck. The throws are very short, very smooth transmission. That's really cool. We really like that. And then directly behind this shifter is your transfer case shifter. And this, again, is really cool. Smooth operation, 2-wheel drive high, all the way back for 4 low. And it goes in just that easy. Now, the cool thing about this truck, one of the other things that's very unique about these trucks, is that this is actually a divorced transfer case. You have the shortest, stubbiest little drive shaft between the transmission and the transfer case, but it is divorced. And so your drive shaft angles are super happy on these trucks. So I think that's really cool. I think anything with a divorced T-case is rad. So just needed to shout that out. We built a little cup holder back here. We use the same boat cup holders that we always use, and just built up a little box so you have some cup holders now. In the back, there are, but there aren't jump seats. The previous owner had removed the jump seats. They didn't come when I purchased it. Still trying to find the jump seats for this, but the back is so tiny that honestly, I think the only people that could fit back there would be small children. I don't think you could get an adult or even a teenager back there. It's so small, but it is nice to have the king cab, because then you can put your tools back here. You can do anything that you want. We got a new headliner, and it's super nice and looks really great again as well. All the trim in the back repainted and everything. Up here you got your dome light. This is another really cool feature from Nissan. So your dome light turns on, but then this dome light swings down so that if you were in your bed working at nighttime, you know, you'd have a little light to light up your bed back there. So it's super cool. And then that folds back up and clips in place. So we really like that. Another really cool feature. Also, the king cab windows, they open, so you get some air ventilation back there again if you've got kids or whatever in the back. You got the king cab windows, they open. Over here in the glove box area, you got your nice glove box. It comes down, everything in there is good. And then you have this cool little shelf down here, but on this shelf, we have a little controller. And we need to talk about why we have this controller in here, because we added Holley Sniper fuel ejection. I'll show you up in the engine bay, but I think that's pretty much it. Again, it's really cool. There's ample storage. You've got a cubby for your phone, and it's great in here. It's really comfortable. But these door panels, they're original. There's a lot of originality in this truck, and it's just in super good shape. But let's pop the hood and let's check out up there. I don't think you guys are ready for just how awesome this thing looks under the hood. Because under the hood, you got what looks like a bone stock 720s engine. So this is a Z24, a 2.4 liter engine. And we wanted this to look bone stock. We did not want anybody to know, because if a winner wins this truck in a state like California that has smog, they're going to pop your hood, and this is going to look just like a bone stock Z24 engine. So these are a cool engine. You'll notice there's 8 spark plugs in here, even though it's a 4-cylinder. They did that for emissions. It is not a 16 valve. It is an 8 valve. Engine. A 16 valve engine would be really, really, really cool, but it's not. But again, we wanted just to keep this super stock looking, but everything in here works. It's all very tidy. We tidied up all the vacuum lines, all that kind of stuff. And so if anyone were to pop this hood, they would look at this and just say, wow, this is just a really, really nice factory engine. But underneath that air cleaner, there is a Holley Sniper. This is a 2-barrel Holley Sniper, and it makes this thing run like an absolute top. This truck runs so stinking well with that Holley Sniper on it. It is awesome. We just did some nice battery terminals, tidied all our wiring up so there's not a whole bunch of junk running to the battery, and then that's pretty much it. It's very, very, very low profile, under the radar. The only thing we did on the hood was some hood liner and some sound deadening underneath the hood liner, and then just this nice hood liner mat that would just keep down the sound and keep down the heat in there. And that's pretty much it under the hood. So let's shut this hood, and then we will go for a test drive. All right, we are driving away in our 1984 Nissan King Cab. I love this truck. I say that every single video, but this truck is freaking awesome. As you can tell to this point in the video, it is just an absolute survivor. Like we've kind of talked about in this video, there's a lot of comparisons to make to Toyota pickups and to like 4Runners and stuff like that. And obviously the comparisons are going to be made as this was like one of the main competitors to the Toyota. But I love this thing. It's got character just coming out of every crevice and it's rad. So I'll try my best to not compare it too much to the Toyota as I drive, but you know, I think a lot of people have driven old Toyota pickups with the 22RE, and again, this is the same displacement as a 22RE. A lot of the similar components are very similar pickup truck to a Toyota pickup. So, but let's just talk about it. Steering, suspension, brakes, engine, transmission, it's all awesome. So it really is very comfortable to drive, very confidence inspiring. Just like a Toyota pickup, it's not very fast. You know, a little 2.4 liter, doesn't put on a ton of horsepower, not a ton of torque, but it does run really good. This truck is very smooth. Odometer shows 217,000 miles on it, and it doesn't feel like that at all, doesn't drive like that at all. But the engine's happy, very, very, very smooth motor. And it makes enough power. Very comparable to a 22RE. This is a bone stock 2.4 Z-Series engine, except for that Holley Sniper that we put on there. Everything else on here is bone stock. The Sniper really does help the truck. It's keeping it nice and happy, keeping us riding that AFR range. It doesn't stink, it starts and runs super easy. When we bought this truck, it had a mismatched carb on it. Or it had the factory carb on it, but it was so out of tune and everything. So rather than try and mess with the factory carb, we said, let's just do the fuel injection. And the fuel injection is wonderful. It makes this thing run like an absolute top. So it does run really, really, really well. Transmission in this thing is magical. So smooth and very short throws on the shifter. It really does feel like you're driving like a little sports car in a little four-wheel drive pickup. Seating position's good. These are the original seats with the original upholstery on these seats. This driver's seat, the teeth in the mechanism are a little worn, and so this is the most comfortable seating position. I'm a little lean back, you know, but nothing crazy. I'm still pretty comfortable. My legs are nice, and I'm very comfortable. I'm 6 feet tall. I still have plenty of headroom in here. So I think if you were a taller guy, you know, 6'3", you'd still fit, which is cool. But I like the seating position. It's fun. You can sit down and in and lower, and then you can reach your stick shift and everything. So it's nice. The steering feel is great. So we replaced all the steering components. Like I said before, all the suspension and steering components in the front end are all brand new, all either Mevotech or Moog components. And the steering is tight. It is great. So I'm really stoked about how it all turned out, and it's great. Brakes are great. Brakes are firm, you know, not scary at all. It's all very confidence inspiring. So a great little truck to just get in, jump in, head to Home Depot, cruise around, and it's a good little runner for sure. Oh, air conditioning. We're driving around right now. The AC is blowing ice cold. So that's rad, because we are in Las Vegas in the summertime and it is hot outside. So that AC is a must, an absolute must. But it's fun to be in this thing. It really is really fun. I love the dark blue interior. It looks great in here with the wood grain and all the black. It looks really, really, really cool. We're doing 45. I'm not talking loud at all, and I think you guys can hear me just fine, and John can hear me next to me. Again, we're about up to the trail now, so we'll get off on the trail and show you guys what it's like off-roading this thing. Let's see how she does. So, doing a little trail out here, just kind of on the outskirts of Las Vegas. I've done this trail, the same trail in both our Toyota pickup and in our 4Runner. And these ride better than solid axle pickups, but not as good as IFS Toyotas. So the IFS Toyota is going to ride a little bit better than this. I was able to go past this pretty quick in the IFS Toyota. But in the solid axle Toyota, I was crawling over this. We're in second gear cruising 15 miles an hour down this, doing just fine. So I think for just a little off-road truck, and you know, you're looking for something to camp in, do a little off-road and do a little trail, I think you'd be pretty happy. I think this is actually pretty sweet, pretty smooth. Yeah, I think it does pretty stinking good through some of this whoop, some of this washboard, and it's pretty rad. So let's go shoot back up to where we were, and let's go finish this video. All right, guys, with that, that's it. This truck is awesome. Again, I love these little trucks. I think they're so stinking cool. They're so easy to own, to maintain, to operate, and to just drive every single day, but then you still get tons of likes. you know, the gas station people can't help but just love on it. And again, they're not something you see restored. You see these things just beat to death and still working to this day, but it's very rare that you see a nice restored version of this truck. Again, it's awesome. I want one of you to win it. I want one of you to take it home. So if you want to take it home and you want to win, go ahead and click the link in the description. Go to hodsandmotors.com, pick out anything that you like. Anything that we sell on the site will get you entries in to win. Every $5 you spend is one automatic entry to win, but this giveaway will only be a 7-day giveaway. That's all the window that you have to get entered. Plus, we're still giving you $10,000 on top if you want to do more modifications, or if you want to do $10,000 in cash, it's up to you. But again, it's an awesome truck. It's a wonderful daily. It's in phenomenal shape. It's going to last you for decades to come because it is so reliable, so cool. So, hope you liked this video. If you liked it, make sure you subscribe below. Check us out on Instagram at Hodson Motors, where we post every single day about it. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.